gonna be reviewing Ring of Honor's Best in the World Day 1. We weren't thinking there was multiple days because, you know, we watch what we can when we can. That's pretty much it. So the match card got that line up. We saw everything, watched everything, thought about everything. So we're gonna run through these matches. All right. We know people got stuff to do, so we ain't gonna be here all day doing this. All right. So first critique is Ring of Honor has got to do something different. You can't name something best in the world, and the only people that's going to be involved are people in your company. That's not the best in the world. That's best of the company. So best of Ring of Honor or best in Ring of Honor. And then it's not even a tournament. So who the hell is the best? You just put somebody in there in the main event and say that they're the best.
Now you think about that. It's like, man, what would be a good name for pay-per-view? Best in the world. Yeah, let's do it.
Yay! Some shit that don't make sense. Awesome. You happy about that? They were like, yeah.
They don't care.
People ain't going to think if it makes sense or not. They're just going to want to see some wrestling action. So just call it Ring of Honor Night 1 in this month. I don't know. So, so let's get this done. Okay, so Roosh versus Flip Gordon.
So when they announced that it's gonna be Flip Gordon versus Roosh, I knew who was gonna win.
Well, yeah, you know who's gonna win. Roosh presents himself as unbeatable. He shows it, he expresses it, and then he goes out and do it. Now, granted, when he suffers his first loss, it'll be at some point. Yeah. But when you have someone that's undefeated, defeating everybody, and then will get some kind of title shot and get that too, that exposes the business. You don't have somebody who have all these wins and look so dominant and then just keep them opening card, mid card, or anything like that and no title shot. So that exposes the business. That's dumb. That's why you don't do undefeated. Never do undefeated.
Maybe they'll do him like they did Jeff Cobb. Jeff Cobb's undefeated until he got...
We'll talk about that.
Okay.
You
Sorry.
Don't E-fed this. Don't start off with your big move first and then talk about the rest of the shit. Okay. So Roosh, he defeated Flip Gordon and it looked brutal. Looked like he knocked Flip Gordon smooth out.
It looked like Flip Gordon was like just got there with his brand new tights that his mama made him and didn't know what the hell he was doing because Roosh was just running through his ass.
As he does everybody.
But he really went through. Like he had something personal.
Like Flip Gordon was talking about his mom before they went out. So all right. So Roosh, he won. It was brutal, and honestly, I'll be honest with you, the match was entertaining because Flip did try to bring it a little. Roosh just brought it more. Mm-hmm. It was terrible. Now, next match, Dalton Castle versus Dragon Lee. I don't like that he doesn't have the tassels anymore. I hate that. He don't have the whole preening thing with the wings. Yeah. He's trying to, now he just looks like a weak, gimpy heel.
Yeah.
Annoying heel. The annoying heel he's going for. Trying to be more like the Genius and whatnot. Leafy Liney Papa, for those that don't recognize. And Dragon Lee, he didn't show up at all. Dragon Lee didn't show up a piece of the match. Now, granted, he did start the match off. I was like, you know what? It'd be funny as hell if Dragon Lee tried to put his ass down like Roosh did. And he tried. Mm-hmm. But Dragon Lee little.
He really is.
He's not his big brother, so he didn't have that oomph on it.
He didn't.
So, Castle was able to get up. That's how I see it.
And here's the thing. Sometimes wrestlers don't perform well with other wrestlers.
They just don't.
And sometimes they perform fantastically with certain wrestlers. And this is, to me, this wasn't a great opponent for Dragon Lee.
Or Dalton. The match, here's the thing, pro wrestling is great because it's supposed to be a mixture of styles and things that you can do. It's just, how do you... They're different levels, all right? And this was not meant to be a 5-star level. It wasn't even meant to be a 3-star level. It's opening match level. And they did well, but it's a pay-per-view, so you should bare minimum. Honestly, at a pay-per-view, every match should be at minimum 3 and 8/9, or at least a 4-star match. You know, it's a pay-per-view. I mean, people are legitimately paying absorbent prices to watch your show, so you should have your wrestlers put on the best show possible at a pay-per-view. That's what TNA used to do. Every match could have been a 5-star match, but they fucked it, you know. So Dalton ultimately gets the win over Dragon Lee after ripping his mask and, you know, trying to heal it up. Man, Dalton Castle is not exactly a great heel. He's not. He's better as a face.
Yeah, much better.
He sucks as a heel. He does. Maybe he'll find his stride. But
I was going to say, he might need to find his heel niche.
But switching him to heel without decent training, because I've never heard of him being a heel, especially with this character, no. So I'm hoping that he finds his stride. He does well, because I enjoy Dalton Castle.
And I enjoy watching him wrestle still.
But he's not performing like he normally would, and that might be due to the multitude of injuries.
Yeah.
But the end of the match, I would say, look, Dalton, listen, how would I have done the end of the match? Because he beat him, he got out the ring, he's done. Sometimes you got to go old school. If you're mad at Roosh and you want to send an example, you're going to pay with your family, but then you beat him in a wrestling match and move on. That's nothing. That's not heelish. That's nothing. Oh, you beat my brother. You know how many people beat my brother? He was, New Japan Pro Wrestling's, junior heavyweight champion. He's not. So he's not used to, he's not a stranger to losing. You've done nothing special. No. How I would have done it, I would have beat him. That's what I would have done. And then I would have whooped his ass. I would have picked him up and I would have done my finisher again. But Dalton decided to, put a little extra on it and do the bull's horn, the running corner drop kick, and then which he did it ugly, which is good.
Yeah.
But what I would have done is I would have done that about 3 times. And then I would have put some other move on him. Then I would have got a chair and beat on him. I would have hit him right across the back and be like, "You hear that, Roosh? This is your future." I would have hit him again. "Come on out, Roosh." I would have hit him again. "You gonna come out or you gonna lose a brother?" And I'd have hit him again. I'd be like, "What you gonna do, buddy?" I'd have hit him again. Every time it would have been a whooping. And when Roosh come out there, I'd have hit him again. And then I put the chair right on his neck. And I'd put my forearm down on it and in the palm of my hand on the other side. And I'd be like, "You come in this ring and I'm going to break his fucking neck. Try me. Try me." And then I would have threw the chair at Roosh and ran out the ring. Then Roosh would have reason to be pissed off. Mm-hmm. That's how you heal it up. But no, people don't know how to do that shit anymore. Anyway. It was not exactly a great match, but it was all right. Yeah. So then we got the Allure, Angelina Love and Mandy Leon with Velvet Sky against Jenny Rose and Kelly Klein. And that was a train wreck match. That match bit like a shark. It bit.
A tag team match shouldn't have been the shortest match on the card.
It bit. Okay? Now, a lot of people will say that stuff and then not even back it up. Let me explain something. First and foremost, what's a turnoff? They are former TNA Women's Champion, okay? Acknowledge it. I get it. I don't know what they're really trying to protect too much, but acknowledge it. Hey, you know what I'm saying? It is putting TNA out there into people's minds, but it gives credibility to what they have done before. It gives TNA credibility. And if they get people seeing them because of that possible credibility, maybe TNA will change some stuff. All right? Because right now, TNA is the papa as a Rolling Stone. whatever TV station they land on is what they call home. You know? It's terrible. And then Angelina Love, which she looks great, still working well. Her and Velvet's got the beautiful people, still doing it up. Can't acknowledge what they've done in the past, which sucks. You're multi-time champion and can't express it properly. That sucks. So that kills their promos like 80%. It destroys it. And then they got to do this. Wrestle this match. As stupid as this match, because none of this match made sense. And as Angelina Love, she was in the ring most of the time anyway. And get the shit kicked out of her. And then win and get up like nothing's wrong. What's the point? I thought you're supposed to express damage. And when you don't express that you've taken damage, you expose the business. Because people wonder, well, you just got the shit kicked out of you. You tag. Your partner's in. 30 seconds later, she's tagging. You're back in. Some hoopla happens, and you get the win after a nice, bicycle boot kick. And you get up like, I'm great. I mean, fuck. That's one of the things that killed WWF for me. The Rock taking a serious beating from Stone Cold at a WrestleMania, and then, I got your jacket, I kip up, and I just humiliate you with your own shit, and I'm just full of energy. All of a sudden, after wrestling for damn near 15 minutes. Bullshit. That's the type of stuff that I don't like. Young Lions are awesome. But what was you going to say?
Although it took them forever to actually wrestle, I am pleased that Angelina Love and Velvet Sky are in Ring of Honor because they were forged in the flames of the women's division in TNA, not Impact, TNA, where the measuring stick was Awesome Kong. So if you couldn't measure up, you got laid out. So they don't wrestle like the dainty little flowers. Oh, my terrible weak forearms.
Those suck-ass forearms.
No, they wrestle like they're trying to get at you. They toe kick like they're trying to push your uterus out your body. They have impact when they hit these bitches. And I'm very happy to see it. Because I was floundering around the ring, and I hate that shit.
The old WWE stuff.
Oh, man.
Just throw them around, grab them by the hair, throw them. Hear the girls screaming as they flail across the mat or roll over and stuff. So after the match, this girl come out, man eater.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, well, here she come. I was hoping that somebody was going to make that joke, and Caprice did. Come on, girl. What you doing?
You hungry or something?
What you getting?
You can't eat that.
Paper towels are not edible.
I know.
What?
Do you need some help?
No.
What do you plan to do? We're recording. What do you plan to do?
Getting something to eat.
What
are you eating?
I'm trying to find something.
You know what? Sit down. You can't tell us anything. Sit down. Now, go.
We'll handle this when we're done recording.
Go. So, she comes out, and I'm reading up here on this. Where's it saying name? Maria Manic. She made her debut. That's a big woman, and yeah, she beat up the professional wrestling security guards. And she looked good.
She looked very good.
I like that when she was going to tear out that shirt, she had to make sure to grab the shirt, not the bra.
Yeah, because she could have torn that bra asunder.
Yeah, easily. But she shouldn't do that anymore because, sometimes you run high and you forget and you the adrenaline rush and you don't, because she made sure to grab the shirt. But she might not next time grab the shirt. She might grab everything like, yeah! And everyone's like, yeah!
I mean, we already seen the man eater on the belly. We don't need to see it again.
Yep. But she did good. She looked strong. She looked powerful. So that's going to be TNA's Amazing Kong. That's who that's going to be. I would say awesome, but Japan, she was amazing. She's still amazing. And AEW, she was used once. Maybe she'll come to Ring of Honor because these girls can't handle someone like Manny. Mm-hmm. It's not going to happen. And I hope that she does well, and I hope she beats the shit out of the women. I hope she gets the title because Kelly Klein sucks as a face. You know, the whole gatekeeper thing, drop it, pointless, done. But I like that she came out. I don't know who this woman is. Everyone was all like, it's her! And I'm like, who? So, yeah, done. So, after that, Kenny King versus Jay Lethal. First and foremost, Kenny King should have never, ever had a chance at beating Jay Lethal. That's first and foremost. All of that. Kenny King sucks. I don't like him. He's boring. He has nothing going on in terms of wrestling repertoire. Everything at the pay-per-view, he was just stealing Jay's moves, and he had some of his own moves, but other than that, he's not gonna say lackadaisical in the ring. The only move he got that is worth a damn, as Sidra pointed out, is the Royal Flush. You know, and that's the fireman's carry spun into a sit outside slam. And while that move is great, while that move is pretty, and no one in Ring of Honor has ever done it like him, it's all he's got.
It's all he's got. He is abysmal to watch. Anytime he shows up on the screen, I roll my eyes and sigh. He needs to get a haircut and shave that crappy ass beard off his face. All his moves are lazy and tired looking, except for his finisher. And then the fact that Jay had to lay down and get pinned by that crappy ass imitation of his move is just I just don't understand. And Jay didn't show up. He didn't show up.
Nope. Jay Lethal didn't show up.
I'm hoping among hopes that Jay turns heel and just squashes his terrible ass and send him somewhere. And Caprice was sucking his ass the best that he could, trying to stick up for his friend. His friend ain't shit. He know he ain't shit.
I can't. There's nothing I can like about Kenny King. I just can't. It's bad enough what he's done to Ring of Honor before. Then he comes back and it's like, yeah, I'll just coast my way through. I'm like, there's people that just, and he's wrestled just about as long as Jay Lethal. And we watched Jay Lethal in TNA. We watched Jay Lethal get better and better. His moves get far more polished every few weeks. Kenny King, he ain't polished.
He ain't polished.
There's nothing polished about him. He's
as polished
broken.
as a rusty scalpel.
Yes. He's as polished as a rusty scalpel. Exactly. I just can't see the point. There is no point. So, I mean, and, you know, yeah, and to do that, he does the lethal injection. It looks so sad.
And it should, Sedrik has said, it shouldn't look like he's mastered the move, and I get that.
Yeah.
But it looks abysmal.
Yeah, it should not look shit-tacular. It should just look not as good.
When Jay did his move, it looked good. It didn't look great, but it looked good. It didn't look like crap-tacular.
Yeah, it didn't look nearly as good as when Kenny King does it, but it looked all right. It was passable, but that's...
And here's the worst part. Kenny King won the series. I guess he beat Jay Lethal 3 times, but beat him for what?
No belt.
No belt.
No title.
No fake contendership. No nothing. He just beat him. A lot of folks have beat Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal has lost plenty of times in his life. What has the man lost? Nothing. And Kenny King has gained nothing. So you gonna respect me now? No.
Not happening. Show me you're worth a fuck, and then we might start liking you a little bit. You know, but okay, so Lethal lost. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay don't care. We don't care. Because Jay can lose and get a title shot tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Kenny win and ain't getting shit.
Mm-mm.
You know, I mean, that's just how that go. So next is Jonathan Gresham versus Silas Young. And that
was an awesome match.
That match, pure rules match.
that was such a pleasure to watch.
That was a very, how can I say this? It was like Sonata and Sabre Jr.
Yeah, it was.
It
was a joy to watch.
It with lots of antics, and they forced each other to grab the ropes,
yes.
and taking advantage of everything. They did everything well. I liked Silas, and then at the end, Silas gets screwed, and the crowd was like, "Boo!"
I was cheering.
Yeah, the crowd.
I was cheering.
It's funny. It's funny because the crowd booed. They booed and then paused and was like, "Yeah," because it sucks you had to do it that way. But
Gresham deserved to put in that nut shot.
yeah, they realized it's like we're booing you, but you've gotten screwed over so much, and you deserve this.
Mm-hmm.
And Gresham did it with like, look, ain't no apologies with this. I'm gonna take your balls off. And that's what he did. He took his balls off. I thought that match was great. It was extremely technical. It was old school wrestling. You throw forearms, elbows, no punches. The heels throw the punches when the ref ain't looking. That's how that go. And you know what? Now let's just take a pause. Say it, Sidra.
She's in there making her own peanut butter sandwich.
It's cute as hell, ain't it? It's adorable.
We were just talking about how little and helpless she was when she was a baby. Now she's making her own sandwiches.
It's cute.
Okay, I'm done. So that match ended that way, so it's all good, It was great.
Yep. It was a nice submission because he grabbed the ropes and realized that ropes ain't gonna help. So
had to tap out.
Silas Young is really good though. I like Silas Young.
Silas Young surprises you every time he gets in the ring with his agility, his athleticism, his technical ability. He's a shit, but he is a solid performer.
I thought you was gonna say he's a solid shit.
Ew. No.
I'm just saying. I thought it was leading up to that.
He just needs these bigger trunks, man. He really needs to invest in some bigger trunks.
Now, match number 6, the Briscoes, Jay and Mark Briscoe versus Eli Drake, whoever the fuck that is, and Nick Aldis. Now, some of y'all might have got mad, but like, you don't know who Eli Drake is?
We don't give a great guy.
I really don't give a fuck.
He talks well.
Yeah. I mean,
and he did the moves good, but then he shit his partner and went fighting in the back.
So, what's the point?
And his partner was the champion. Excuse me, he is the champion.
Yep. I mean, I just can't. I don't care.
Nick Aldis.
Eli Drake came out. He's a mixture of The Rock and Steve Austin when it comes to delivering a promo.
Yeah. And Nick Aldis, he's a great champion.
We're going to have to do an observation.
You want to do observation on Nick? Okay.
We're going to have to do one on him,
From top to bottom, man.
Because good grief. Nick Aldis is, yes. But they had to go against them boys.
And that's always a tough hill to climb right there.
I could talk all day about Jay Briscoe.
Yes.
Good grief. Jay Briscoe is epic.
Yes.
Now, Mark ain't no slouch.
No.
But Mark don't have that anger.
He don't have that anger.
He don't have that thing. But going against them boys, and this, look, what
we
people
could do a whole thing about Jay too, so I'm gonna be quiet.
The whole the whole thing is that some people probably don't understand. It's not the Briscoes versus these two or whoever the next two. It's honestly the Briscoes versus the NWA.
Yeah, that's who they're battling.
They are battling the company. That's what them boys is doing. It's like, you know who we are. We them boys.
Mm-hmm.
And that mess was funny. It's like, it's good to see you too, Jimmy. Now get out this ring before I knock
your ass.
Yep, before I kick your ass. All right. He got out the ring.
You know, he was civil about it.
Jay can talk.
Yes,
he
he
can wrestle. He's got everything. He should have been the world champion by now.
He's been world champion.
Again.
Well, he probably wanted to get, you know, he's back on the tag team too.
Yeah.
Because they the baddest tag team in the world.
They can hold all the belts.
Mm-hmm.
Mark should have been champion too. Now, I wouldn't say world champion, but damn close. But yeah, that ended in a double count out, and we're like, yeah, okay, you know, the match is over. That's all good. So then we go to the next match. One of the most impressive matches of the whole night.
Yes, it was.
Good grief. Shane Taylor, TV champion, with great promos about being champion, why he's champion, and why he can't lose it, versus Bandido, who keeps impressing me.
Mm-hmm.
Good grief. Now, we could talk for 30 minutes on this match by itself. We can, because it was just too much. We could dissect this match and have fun doing it. We could watch the match and talk about it while we watch it. But that's not how that's going to roll. Let me go ahead and check on this wrestling. Oh, the Warden won. Oh, man. He pinned me. I don't ever beat anybody anymore. What? What is it? Because
I feel bad for you.
I'm glad you feel bad for me. Somebody got to feel bad for me. Your mom just looked at me and smiled. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know why she got to be treating people so
I
bad.
ain't even smile. He putting expressions on my face.
I cannot force an expression. Why?
Go eat your sandwich.
I wanted to show that to Dad.
I show him. Go eat your sandwich.
So Shane Taylor and Bandido. I'm saying this. That match. I don't even know how. Shane Taylor showed that he can go. He's slow, but he did the lucha.
Yeah, he did the lucha.
He did the lucha, man. I enjoyed that. I was like,
he keeps losing weight,
and he keeps getting better.
Mm-hmm. And he was talking that shit. I don't know what he said, but he said something about his mama.
I wanted to go back and listen to it. I was like, yeah.
He said something in Spanish about his mom, and Bandido had to hit him.
Twice. Twice he had to hit him.
And Shane Taylor goes off the darn top row, and Bandido catches his big ass. I was like,
what?
And it won't like he was struggling either.
That was so funny on the replay. When they showed Shane Taylor's face, because his face matched ours.
Yes.
He like, what?
He's the one that got caught, and he was like, what the hell?
He was jacked up. I couldn't. And he kept blocking that. Wait, what does he call it? The 21 plex? 31 plex? Y'all, I'm sorry.
21 plex? I think it's a 21 plex.
I think it's a 21 plex.
Bandido's move?
Yeah, Bandido.
Yeah, he kept blocking it, but he got it, but he kicked out. Didn't he get it on?
Yeah, he got it.
Yeah.
He got it. He did good.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm be honest with y'all. That match could have gone another 20 minutes. They would have been exhausted. It wouldn't be able to handle it, but that match could have gone another 20 minutes. I am happy that I saw Shane Taylor win because, one, you know Bandito ain't going to be there forever.
Yeah.
But Shane Taylor, when he first got there, that was one thing, and I was like, that dude ain't nobody going to really beat him because he was doing shit that I didn't think he was going to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Now that he's smaller, woo!
And he gets better every match you see, but he's not new. He's been wrestling 14 years.
Yep, and he's finally getting a break. We saw him in NWA. That's what we saw him.
Really?
With that big, remember also the same show with that big dude, that really, really big dude. I think he's in MLW. Yeah.
I don't remember.
No, it was a different dude because this other dude, he was big, but he was happy.
I know you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, he was just, I was like, man, you make me want to watch wrestling because you just smiling coming to the ring. You were just happy. Wasn't no one going to beat him either, but he was just happy. But Shane Taylor was in that, and we was like, okay. And he did a few things. you know, he was like 400 some pounds, and he was rope running, you know, with a back elbow, and I was like, he lose some weight, he's gonna be too damn hard to deal with. But he's good. He ain't that far. I say he's been wrestling 14 years, but he needs to show it now. Cause when he got to to Ring of Honor, I'm like, you couldn't tell he's been wrestling that much at all. It looked like he probably was 6 months removed from training. And that's not a good look if you've been wrestling for more than a decade. That's not a good look. But still, Shane Taylor, somebody I want to see every night regardless.
Yeah.
I still want to see someone like that and someone like Bandito.
Because they put the work in. They don't just do nothing like Kenny King.
Yep. Kenny King.
Talk a good game. I think that's enough when his talk game sucks.
It sucks.
I'm done. It's not quite as bad as Tai Chi, but it's getting there.
Yep. Greetings from 216. Okay, greetings from... Okay. Like...
Greetings from Asbury Park?
Yep. So, after Shane Taylor, we got Villain Enterprises, Marty Skrull, PCO, Brody King, and they went against Lifeblood's Mark Haskins, PJ Black, and Tracy Williams.
PJ Black's not Lifeblood.
No, he's not, but it's written here,
yeah.
you know.
PCO is great. I am a PCO fan. When PCO gets in the ring yelling, I'm yelling with him.
She honestly is. She is marking out for real when it comes to that. He gets me, yeah, and she's just doing it too, and I'm just like, yeah, that's what she's doing. Villain Enterprises.
For their belts, their new belts are off the chain.
Look, let me explain something. All right, I want to tell y'all something. All right, this I'm gonna cover this real quick. Kenny Omega wanted his thing with the Elite, branded it wrong, fucked over New Japan Pro Wrestling. I get it, he didn't get his way, but he left. They said we don't like you anyway, so he left. So he takes his Elite and makes his own show. So we're going to see what happens when the honeymoon is really over, because this is their really second major show. You know, that TV is what's going to show what they're truly about. But that's what they did. And that you know, without the niche crowd, the gamey crowd, the wrestling gamey crowd, then they wouldn't really have much. You know, and right now people see them as a thing against WWE, and because of that, they got a lot of notoriety. So they're gonna keep that. Hopefully they can not fuck up again like the last show they was doing that I could barely get through. But Marty Skrull, what did he do with Bullet Club? What did he do? He came in. He'd been wrestling 12 years at the time. He's the villain. People love him as a heel. They love him. And he gets all shh. It's like, you sick fuck. You sick fuck. So they go through all that. He has a following. He is the heel that is so great that he became a fan favorite. All right? That's not often done. Skrull is a classic heel. He's great at what he does. He came out with Villain Club, looking the way he do.
Villain Enterprises.
It was Villain Club.
Oh, you mean his shirt? Yeah, it was Villain Club.
It was Villain Club, and people bought the shit out of that. There was more Villain Club in the audience than Bullet Club.
I just want to take the opportunity to say that the only reason why Ospreay is doing so well is because Skrull's not around. Thank you.
So, I'm sure T. Jones might agree with that. I do too. So, what does Skrull do? He kept that going. And then he starts Villain Enterprises as a faction. So he's already got the people behind it. It didn't matter who he would have in it. Because they're in it. It wouldn't have mattered. But he got
he got some quality motherfuckers.
Yes. Yes. And because of that, he did it the right way. He did it the right way. and he could take Villain Enterprises. He could turn, if he wanted to, he could start his own promotion called Villain Enterprises. It wouldn't matter. People would go to it, and they watch Skrull. They know how he wrestled. They know he would produce that level of entertainment. Mm-hmm. Therefore, it would honestly do what everyone wishes AEW would do,
which is something.
So AEW right now has got pop culture. Pop culture. The problem with it is
it changes. It shifts real quick.
Yep. So they need to get on board and do something better before people catch on. All right. But that match, the 6-man tag match,
that was a damn good match because 6-man tag matches can get real boring.
They are often, now look, granted, they're often boring because usually there's the Kingdom in it, and the Kingdom bores the shit out of me. All right, I'm kind of learning. I know Matt Taven is in it.
Matt Taven.
And then they got the homeless guy,
dude,
the homeless guy
with the elegant sounding name.
Yeah.
And then
that other dude,
the other dude who looks like he's a rookie. He's TK. I think that's his
TK.
name.
TK something.
Yeah.
I don't know what he looked like.
So it was Matt Taven, TK something, and the homeless dude that's got Michael Myers on his knee, or at least he used to.
I'm telling you,
they call him the Horror King. It's coming. Vinny Marcellus. That's him. I got it.
I'm not going to remember. In 20 minutes, I'm not going to remember. The Kingdom bores the shit out of me. All right. And yet, that's not gonna be how I end this either. All right. Because you'll be shocked later. Yes, the Kingdom, I love their music. I love the purple. I love all that. But when it comes to a faction, God. So, okay. So, that match was all over the place. It was hardcore. It was great. Mm-hmm. It was fun.
Yeah.
But the problem is, as crazy as that match was, neither individual showed up. Neither one really did the greatness that they could do. And I get it. It's a tag match.
Yeah.
And then they kept it wild. They kept it going. But I'm like, that match could have gone, honestly, if it was a true style match, that match could have gone 45 minutes. Every wrestler could have put all their shit in, do spectacular moves, do the outside, inside, hardcore, whatnot. PCO could have done all the other stuff. And even though he kind of flubbed a little bit at the end, I love Marty Scurll getting behind him. That's love, man. That wasn't a heel. Mm-hmm. That wasn't just a wrestler. That was someone supporting their friend. Mm-hmm. And he was, because PCO ain't get up there right. And Marty was like, hype it up.
Because the fans are quick to be like, you fucked up.
Yes.
You fucked up.
And Marty said,
I'm going to cut that shit off. He cut it clean off.
He cut that off, man. He Lorena Bobbitt the shit out of that. So.
For those of you who remember that.
If you don't know who Lorena Bobbitt is, look it up.
Look it up.
Car windows are a hell of a thing. So
angry wives are a hell of a thing.
Yep. Because when a woman's fed up, there's nothing you can do about it. It's like running out of luck.
And it's too late to talk about it.
So that match was great. And then it's like, man, you want to be Lifeblood? You want to be Lifeblood? And
talking to Flip.
Yep.
Flip came out to help because things went bad.
And it was like, yeah, let me get the shirt on right. And then Skrull's like, it's amazing. You introduced this new Lifeblood member when we got someone new for Villain Enterprises. And I'm like, well, who did y'all get? And it's Flip Gordon looking crazy.
Looking sinister as hell.
And they look at him like, what? And he starts fucking him up.
Yep.
And I'm sitting here like, damn, Flip, only if you could have wrestled, earlier like this.
Uh-huh.
Maybe, Roosh wouldn't have fucked you up.
I don't know about that.
You wouldn't have fucked him up as much. Not as severe.
I don't know.
I don't know how low can I get
I
it.
don't know, man.
How low can I get it before you shake your head? Good, before you nod your head. Damn.
Roosh plowed through his ass like a donkey through fresh soil, man. He went right through.
See, you're getting this for free, and you get to hear her. I'm trying with her. She won't get.
I'm sorry, man. He got squashed.
If a green would help me grow another 5 inches, the truth is, dealing with Sidra, I would only be 3 inches tall.
Nah, man. That whooping was too undeniable.
That was an ass whooping, but damn. But I thought that match was great.
Now we gotta hope the Flip ain't hurt because he was all hyped up. He did that
He
450
did-
off
he
the
did.
turnbuckle.
He dove with that 450.
And it was amazing.
He over-rotated.
And landed on his chest and arm.
Yes. He could have dislocated his shoulder. He could have broke his forearm.
He could have broke his humerus.
And that's what you don't want. But it didn't. When there's a break, you can usually see it. You know, like when Eddie Guerrero dislocated his elbow, you could see it. When he landed, blam, you could see it jutting out a little bit. Yeah. That was not the first dislocated elbow I have seen. And so Flip, I don't know, maybe there's a chance that all he did was overstrain the muscles protecting the landing. He could have just overstrained his bicep. Maybe he tore his bicep. Maybe that's what happened. And no matter what, he's gonna have to take some time out. But he did. He was trying. He was hyped. He wanted to get his shit in.
He got it in, and it was pretty. It was an amazing move.
He pretty much Will Ospreay'd himself.
But yeah, yeah.
That's what happened. So now we're gonna get to some real shit talking, okay? Because it's the main event. All right, this is Matt Taven of the Kingdom versus Jeff Cobb, the undefeated. All right, so
we gotta talk about what Taven came out in.
That's what we're gonna break this down. Matt Taven, the music hits, beautiful lighting, awesome music, and he walks out in his grandmama's curtain that the moms got a hold of. That's what happened.
It was awful.
I was like, you better give your grandma them curtains back. You know how she gonna feel about it.
It was like he got an older woman who ain't have any men company in a long time. When she gets some, she pull out a nice thing she got that she bought 20 years ago.
Oh shit. Matt Taven came out and I said he's trying to be Ric Flair, but it's like the moms got to the thing, man. It was terrible.
It was hanging off of him.
How
He had
long-
his arms out straight. It was all uneven.
How long did you keep that in the dryer before you thought it was ready? You know, it was horrible.
Dry clean only, man.
I'm like, so it's like his daughter knitted the whole thing, and she's like, "Look, Daddy, we're for your match." And he's like, "I'll do what I can, baby." And she's like, "If you don't, I'm gonna call some people to come get me." And he was like, I'll wear it. And he was like, "I'm gonna make this look as good as I can." And there's some things you just can't. You can't do it. You cannot do it. He's trying his best to be Ric Flair, and he can't. You know, he's like Rick Fizzle. You know, ain't nothing Flair about that, man. It's a terrible thing. A terrible thing. You know, Matt Taven, somebody I've never liked looking as a champion. I'm like, who's this dude? And look, this is legit. I could not remember who he was. I know the Kingdom, and I like their music, but then, you know, we're watching the matches, and I'm like, who that? And she's looking at me like, you fucking with me, aren't you? I'm like, what? No.
He says his own name all the damn time.
It's not memorable.
I'm Matt Taven. Yeah, what's he called, people?
He must have been listening to me to start doing that.
Melvins. He calls them Melvins. I'm not the
It's fucking stupid. It's some old 1950s shit.
I know, right?
Dumbass.
I guess he thought he was gonna bring it back. He just made himself look more like a douchebag.
He looks like a douchebag.
He got the douchebaggiest face. Well, not the douchebaggiest face.
I mean,
Tai Chi's got that, but he's got a douchebag face.
he's got it. Now MFJ got it.
MFJ got it, but he can talk.
Yeah, but he still got it.
He do still.
Ain't about him talking. He got that douchebag face.
And do you when you grow up and you become a man, do you look in the mirror and say, I've got the douchebag face? You just run with it? Does someone have to tell you got the douchebag face? How do you know? I mean, it's universal. In the movies, the douchebag always got the douchebag face.
Maybe, I don't know. You're typecasted as what? A douchebag.
And you're like that in every movie.
Every movie.
You're a douchebag and you die soon.
What was that movie we saw? From cell phone or something like that. Cellular. That dude, the lawyer in the car.
Oh, douchebag.
He looked like a douchebag for real, and even talked like one. Anyway, the match itself, Cobb, Taven, boring. It just. No, you know what? Hold up. Let me retract that. Because I watched the match. I watched it very technical wise. And it was honestly, it was running like a smooth, beautiful world title match should run.
Yeah.
It was. It was still building.
It was still
up.
building.
It was still, it just left that, we done left the filling out part and the whole, we're going to test each other and see what we're made of. It started entering that mid part where we're throwing out each other's stuff and we're surviving, but now we have to start cranking it up. Mm-hmm. That is when the match folded.
Yeah. I
don't know what happened to Jeff Cobb. Something happened and the match hit this dead zone. I can't place my finger on how to really explain it. But the match hit this dead zone, and then they just got in the ring and finished it.
After he got catapulted head first into the barricade, it was kind of downhill from there.
That's right. It was the elbow suicida by Taven,
and he got
he got shotgun
into the dang barricade. And the match, not long after that, the match ended.
And it wasn't a build up. It wasn't anything. And Cobb,
like, Jeff, I'm gonna try and get my finish. I'm gonna fail my pin.
It just fell flat.
It was 9 minutes and 50 seconds. That's not a championship match time.
No. Like I said, that match could have went Broadway.
But something wasn't went awry, and they had to call an audible, as you say.
Yep, call an audible, and they did it because Taven. When it was over, Taven looked unsatisfied. And that honestly made me notice Taven, honestly, for the first time.
He didn't have that same snarky, I'm getting over on all of you and you love me or you act like you do look on his face. He looked like disappointed.
He looked like he's going to hear it real big time in the back. He looked like, I'm going to hear it, I'm going to get an earful, and I'm going to get fucked up. He looked like he's going to get taken to the woodshed when he get home. And that made me really notice him because I got to see the person. I got to see the person. I ain't sitting here trying to get somebody's life and shit like that, but no wrestler can stay in character 100% of the time unless they're naturally that character just slightly revved up. Like Steve Austin. That wasn't so much a character. His antics, false, but like catching the beers and drinking it like that. That's not him at home, but that's just revved up. But everything else beyond, before that, that's Austin. You got that. Dwayne Johnson, his character as The Rock, the way he talk and all that other stuff. Do you think that's not him? That's him probably pissed off and jaw-jacking somebody. He just has to turn it on. That's all that is. Matt Taven, I got to see him just for a moment. And I was like, I see you. And when I saw him, I was like, that looks like a world champion. That is somebody I want to see every night.
And I have to say, the climax that he put on Jeff Cobb is the best I've ever seen him do.
Yes. I don't like that move too much. I really don't. I get it. The Enzui DDT, fine. It seems so meaningless. It does. It seems like somebody's going to try a running bulldog and headlock and they slip. But
the way he did it, looked like it should have finished somebody.
Yeah, the way he did it, it looked really good. The problem is like he got to damage himself to do it. That's what I don't like about it. Your finisher shouldn't look like you're face planting yourself to hurt somebody. Mutual assured destruction. Now, if he named it that, yeah, MAD, fine. But no, it's climax. his whole gimmick is sexual.
Yeah.
That running knee is just the tip.
tip.
It ain't climax. Too bad he ain't in the G1. I give him about 4 points. But
Off who?
Tai Chi.
Yeah. Give him just the tip.
Hold up, and clearly Jeff Cobb.
if New Japan Pro Wrestling Jeff Cobb show up, he ain't gonna beat him.
No, that Jeff Cobb would just run through his ass. Jeff tried a few things, and Taven, he blocked it. I don't forgot to check on the wrestling match. It's been a while. Yeah, I'm just not even caring. I'm not. I'm just gonna close out the game. I was supposed to be watching it and all this other stuff while doing. I just failed. I'm just gonna shut that out. But yeah, just that match. It ended too soon. Maybe they didn't want to hurt Jeff too much. Maybe he did get hurt or something. You know, maybe he got his bell rung a little bit, and they didn't want to keep the match going. You know, so yeah, you know, so I think a rematch is in order. I think that they should really work on it. You know, for after the G1, if Jeff has any energy left.
Yeah.
Because G1 is brutal.
He gonna spend all his capital on the G1.
Yep. So that was best in the world, and all in all, despite all the complaints and whatnot, I thought it was a great pay-per-view.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
And we're gonna watch night 2 at some point, whenever we get around to it. But we're gonna play some Minecraft after this, because you know that's just how we roll. We're gonna just play some Minecraft. You know, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Let's see. It says TV tapings. That's night 2, and I guess that's just how that's gonna be. Because night 1, let's see, was Baltimore, Maryland. So, yep. You know, and I love the commentary for it. It's always insightful or funny and whatnot. So yeah, Ring of Honor. You know, they're getting better, but since they're ran by Republicans, it's not going to reach the glory it should, and that's what really sucks. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we're gonna close out. This is Sedrik and Sidra for CR Wrestling Commentary. Check me out on Minds, Twitter, Discord. You got questions, suggestions, you know, you can let me know in those places. I didn't put my email up here, but questioncr@gmail.com. You can send me questions and whatnot there, or your comments. And as always, as I say, thank you for listening. Talk to you later.
Bye.